Hi, well, welcome back to the channel. It's been about a month since I last spoke to you, and the tank's doing well, as you can see in the background here. We'll have a close look at it in a minute. A little bit of bad news: the black molly that we had, the male, unfortunately died a few days ago. I don't know why. There was no marks on him. His fins were fine. No ick, no white spot. He hadn't been attacked. He wasn't bloated. So I'm chalking it down to old age. In better news, we have babies, a few baby guppies. I had to move them to a different tank because the female black molly was attacking the female guppies. I'll show you that in a minute as well. So yeah, I'll show you what's going on and maybe do a bit of maintenance on the tank because the plants have gone absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's going well. So let's have a look, and before I forget, everybody says it and I forgot, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and let's see what's happening. So as you can see, the plants are doing very well. The dwarf baby teas is spreading, which I'm happy about. Lots of black molly babies as well. But I don't know if you can see it, they're probably hiding at the moment. I think we've got some Espy babies in there as well. I know there's a female guppy, but the babies that I see seem way too small to be guppies. There's one just over in this corner here, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 of them in there. And it's all going well. Like I say, the plants have really grown. They need cutting back. Replanting, I've already done it once. There's a couple of new groups here, and I've moved some of the Bacopa over to a different little group. But as you can see, it's coming out the top of the tank now, so it needs chopping down. Probably replant it some in here. Like I say, I've got a little tank next to it over that way with some guppies in it. A couple of baby guppies in there, so I'll probably plant some of them in there, give them a bit of cover as well. So yeah, that'll be the next job. Right, so I've taken out most of the floating plants just to make things easier for me. So I'm going to be chopping most of the plants back. Like I say, some of them will be planting in here. Some of the others will be going in the guppy tank. I'll show you that when I've finished. I'm going to be quite brutal with it because, like I say, they're just growing like crazy. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, and as you can tell, I got over my cold and now I'm on hay fever. So it's antihistamines now rather than cough tablets. So yeah, like I say, I'm cutting it back about 1/3 of the height. Get lots of nice cuttings. Come out. And as you can see, there's just so much growth gone on. It's virtually impossible to see the fish. I say the Espy borers went in here after the guppies started getting bullied, because they were in a little tank at the side, because they were being kept in there for another project, but I needed the space, so I had to move them. So yeah. So I think that'll be enough cutting back. Like I say, I've been quite brutal with it. Root. So I'm going to replant some in here, some in the tank next to it. So we'll just sort out what's going where, and then I'll be back to you in a minute. Okay, so that took a bit longer than expected. As I was splitting up the leaves, I noticed that some of them had got eggs on the bottom of them, so I have to check all of them. I've replanted the ones that I found with eggs on them. There was only a couple, fortunately. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to replant some of the big tank. Well, I say the big tank. The bigger tank I've got. And then we'll go over and we'll have a look at the tank with the guppies on it. Oh, and I've missed a plant. Let's have a look. No, that looks okay. Well, might as well start with this one. I say it is a good way of getting your tank green, is by cutting off, especially with stem plants, is cutting off plants and then just replanting them. They grow very well. Like I say, I've already done this once in this tank a couple of weeks ago, and they've just grown like crazy again. I've been very lucky, or it's been very well planned, because I've had no algae at all. I've had nothing growing where it shouldn't have been growing. So, like I say, no hair algae, nothing on the side of the tanks to be anything noteworthy. Just very good plant growth. I mean, even the dwarf baby tears has grown really well. I wasn't expecting that to go at all, and it's turning into quite a nice carpet at the moment. So I'm happy with that, especially seeing everybody I spoke to said it was really difficult to grow. So I'm either really good or really lucky. I tend to think I'm just lucky. So yeah, just planting them in, filling in gaps. Throw some further back. Maybe floating plants are stuck to me. I'll say, and then after this time, I think anything that comes out of here I'll either replant in another tank to grow on for any future tanks. I don't think I'm going to need any more in here after this. There's going to be no room for the fish if I do. And we'll just use them in any future tanks that I decide to set up. I'll say, but just as a side note, it was actually my wife who noticed the little babies. I was out with my daughter, and I got a phone call saying there's babies in the tank. So initial thought was, like I say, guppies, but when I saw them I realised they were just far too small. I don't know if you've seen them drifting about in there anywhere, but they are absolutely tiny. So I do get the feeling that they are the Asperger's. Obviously they're not the bat mollies, and there's nothing else in there really they can be. So yeah, just finished planting these few now. And then I'll probably just throw these plants in the other tank and then just show you what's in there. rather than having to watch me doing boring stuff like this. So yeah, I'll get the plants in the other tank and then I'll show you what it looks like in there. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so that's the boring bit done. As you can see, very basic tank, little 2-gallon tank. It's just got 3 guppies in it, 3 babies, heater, sponge filter and some plants. I say the substrate same as the other tank, without the gravel, just a little bit of aqua soil at the back topped off with sand. Just a little quarantine tank really, or a little breeding tank. So it's grown quite well. All the plants that you can see in there have come out of the other tank. Like I say, I trimmed them about 2 weeks ago to about where it is now, and since then they've been growing again, so I've had to chop them again. More plants in here for the babies to hide in. Some of the female guppies are still gravid, or pregnant if you want. One of the things that not many people know about guppies outside the hobby is that once they've bred once, they can actually have several lots of babies off one breeding. So I'm not sure if it's the same with black mollies, to be honest. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, so they're all in there being happy. I've got another tank to set up because with the number of babies that I've got, these tanks just aren't big enough. So I'm going to have to set up a bigger tank for them. That'll probably be my next project. So yeah, I'll just finish off with another little view of the tank with the floating plants back in it. You never know, if you're really lucky you might see some of the little babies. You can see them drifting about. And like I say, like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye bye.